Hello, Leafs fans. In today's Boys in Blue News video, we have a lot to discuss in the latest Toronto Maple Leafs news, focusing on two important topics: Nick Robertson's journey and the concerning situation with Chris Tanev. While Robertson is trying to find his rhythm after a tumultuous summer, Tanev's recent injury during the game against the Rangers has us all worried. With such a crucial defenseman sidelined, how will this impact the team? Before we dive into these topics, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your engagement is essential to strengthen our Leafs community and ensure everyone stays updated on the latest news. Let's explore what's happening with Robertson and Tanev's importance to the defense. What do you think the team should do now? Let's discuss it together. The Toronto Maple Leafs season has just begun, but it's already time to discuss a major topic: Nick Robertson's situation. After a rocky summer where he requested a trade, Robertson's future seemed uncertain. However, he stood out during training camp, scoring in nearly every game. His performance earned him a spot on the team, but now we need to ask, has he really been given a fair shot to shine in the regular season? So far, after 4 games, Robertson hasn't scored any goals or assists, with an expected goals rate of only 35%. Although this small sample size could be influenced by an off game, the reality is that he hasn't found his groove. After a poor showing against Max Pacioretty, there's a chance Robertson could be left out of an upcoming game. If that happens, it would be a real loss for the team and a misjudgment by the coaching staff. The Toronto Maple Leafs need to recognize that serious adjustments are necessary to give Robertson a true chance at success. He's shown potential, but deserves more than what he's been given so far. One weak spot right now is the line management. Pontus Holmberg, who's playing well above his potential, has been a constant line mate for Robertson, but it's hard to see how that helps elevate his performance. Do you also think Robertson could benefit from new line mates? Additionally, the other players who have been playing alongside Robertson, like Connor Timmins and Simon Benoit, aren't exactly at their peak. The lack of solid center options is hindering Robertson's development. Even when he had a chance to play with John Tavares, Holmberg's presence still seemed to limit his impact. I think we can all agree that this setup needs improvement. What do you think the team can do to maximize Robertson's talent? On top of that, Robertson has had just over a minute of power play time per game. This is another critical area that needs to be addressed. To shine, he needs more chances, especially in favorable situations like the power play. The solution might lie in balancing the lines and giving him regular shifts with more experienced and skilled players, like Matthews or Marner. That would make a huge difference in his game. Nick Robertson has proven that when given the chance, he can showcase his value. Ignoring that and putting him in a position that doesn't suit his play style is unnecessary. He hasn't yet translated his training camp success to the regular season, but honestly, it's not entirely on him. It's up to the coaching staff to create the right conditions for him to excel. What do you think? Should the Leafs reconsider how they're utilizing Nick Robertson? And the atmosphere was electric at Scotiabank Arena, but excitement quickly turned to concern when Chris Tanev suffered an injury during the game against the New York Rangers. Late in the second period, while the team was shorthanded, Tanev positioned himself to block a powerful shot from Mika Zibanejad. The result? A painful impact to the soft tissue of his knee, forcing him off the ice in clear pain. Seeing Tanev limp towards the locker room was a gut-wrenching moment for fans and teammates alike. The sight of one of the team's most reliable defensemen leaving with so little pressure on his injured leg left many worried about the severity of the situation. Did you also feel the tension in the air? Losing such an important player can change the course of a season, and Tanev has been a pillar in the Leafs defense. Tanev's importance to the team is undeniable. Signed for 6 years last summer with a $4.5 million cap hit, he has been a constant presence on the blue line, averaging 20 minutes of ice time per game. In 4 games, he had already recorded 13 blocks and 1 assist, showing his grit by blocking 2 more shots during the game against the Rangers. How do you think his absence will impact the team's defense? By the end of the second period, it was clear that Tanev wouldn't return for the third, raising even more alarms. The lack of additional information by the end of the game left fans in a state of anticipation and concern. What are you hoping to hear about his condition? Could this be a more serious injury than we'd like to imagine? Leafs fans are not just worried about Tanev's health, but also about the team's trajectory this season. The team has already faced several challenges, and losing such a key player at a critical moment could jeopardize their playoff hopes. Do you think the team can recover from this loss if it's confirmed? Or do more changes need to be made? As we wait for updates on Chris Tanev's situation, many are wondering how the Leafs management will prepare to face this challenge. With a season full of pressure, every decision counts, and every injury can be the difference between success and failure. Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments. We're all hoping for a speedy recovery for our defenseman.